Ahoy, history buffs! Today we set sail with Captain James Cook, the man who put the explore in exploration and the oops in colonization. Back in the 18th century, European maps were, let's just say, highly creative. Some still thought there was a massive southern continent waiting to be discovered. Enter Captain Cook, a guy with a ship, a sextant, and a mission to make cartography great again. Cook's first great achievement, proving that New Zealand wasn't a giant landmass connected to a mythical southern continent. In 1769 to 1770, he sailed around both islands, mapped them with astonishing accuracy. Then, in 1770, Cook's HMS Endeavour became the first European ship to cruise down Australia's east coast. He didn't discover it. The indigenous Australians had that covered for at least 60,000 years. But he did name a lot of things and claim it for Britain, which was kind of his thing. Before Cook, Pacific navigation was basically educated guessing. But Cook, with his trusty sextant and unparalleled precision, mapped places like Tahiti, Tonga, and Hawaii with an accuracy that put earlier explorers to shame. If Google Maps had existed back then, Cook would have been giving it pointers. In 1773, Cook and his crew on the Resolution became the first Europeans to cross into the Antarctic Circle. They confirmed that the South wasn't home to a giant warm continent full of riches, just a whole lot of ice and penguins, which sadly they ate. And in 1778, Cook made another historic first, reaching Hawaii, which he named the Sandwich Islands. Not because he was hungry, but in honor of the fourth Earl of Sandwich. The Hawaiians thought he might be a god. Sailors of the time had a habit of dying in droves from scurvy, which is what happens when you don't eat your fruits and veggies. But Cook enforced a strict diet of sauerkraut and citrus, making his voyages some of the healthiest on record. Take that, vitamin deficiency. Unlike past explorers looking for golden glory, Cook's expeditions had a big scientific component. He was tasked with observing the 1769 Venus transit to help astronomers calculate the Earth-Sun distance. While he also claimed lands for Britain along the way, science was at the heart of his mission. Of course, Cook's legacy isn't all smooth sailing. His discoveries paved the way for colonization, which had, shall we say, mixed reviews from the locals. Sure, the maps and knowledge were great, but so were the smallpox, muskets, and cultural upheaval that followed. Western civilization brought science, technology, and trade, but it also brought, well, a lot of uninvited guests. In 1779, during his third Pacific voyage, Cook returned to Hawaii. The initial warm welcome turned sour after some misunderstandings. A fight broke out, and let's just say Cook's retirement plan took a tragic turn. So, heroic explorer or harbinger of colonial woes, that depends on who you ask. One thing's for sure, Cook wasn't just any explorer, he was the explorer whose maps, voyages and controversies are still making waves today. The history is never as simple as a map makes it look. Thanks for watching.